You should come out with us, though. Get your mind off of the boyfriend drama.
I don't have a costume. It would be weird.
It's Halloween. Weird is good.
You're listening to the Fun with Horror podcast with your hosts, Scotty and Andrew.
Hello, friends with horror. This is Scotty.
And this is Andrew.
And welcome to episode number 168 of Fun with Horror. It's the most wholesome horror movie podcast in the entire world. And it's also the podcast in which two long-distance best friends stay in touch by taking turns giving each other horror movies to watch and discuss.
Last episode, I got to pick our Halloween week movie, and I chose 2019's Haunt. But of course, stay tuned to the end of this episode where we get to hear what Scotty picks for our next movie. Without further ado, buddy, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Happy Halloween week, buddy.
Hey, happy Halloween week. Woohoo!
Hey, did you know that this is not one, but two episodes of Fun with Horror that our listeners get to hear this week?
You're telling me our friends with horror get 2 episodes Halloween week 2025?
Yes. Halloween week 2025. Fans of Fun with Horror get to hear 2 episodes.
Wow. What a gift.
I bet you can't guess when the second episode's going to air.
I'm going to say November 1st.
You would be wrong.
Oh, shoot.
It'd be October 31st. That'd be Halloween Day, buddy.
That checks out. Yep. That makes more sense.
We got a very special episode for all of you friends with horror, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I want to tell you something, buddy.
Please, I want to know something.
I want to tell you who I love almost as much as I love you.
Who's that?
Our listeners.
Oh, me too.
You know those friends with horror that we were just talking about?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, so we've got some comments and stuff to read.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like we do every week. But first, we normally jump to Spotify.
Yes.
But let's jump to our Patreon.
Ooh, yes, please.
Did you know we have a Patreon?
I didn't really remember about that. Can you tell me a little more?
We have a Patreon.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you that our patrons who are at the Friends with Benefits level of patronage, they get to hear our episodes at least a day early, if not more.
Wow.
Our weapons episode, the last one that we did, it came out 2 days early on Patreon.
What a gift. What a gift.
And we had a comment that I wanted to address with you.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Weapons. I'm not going to spoil the movie, everybody, but there is a 7 hot dog scene in Weapons.
I remember.
A lot of people online, and ourselves included, were very confused at why there were 7 hot dogs. We just thought it was random and funny and really cool. Made me want hot dogs. How about you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not going to lie, buddy.
Yeah.
I had a hot dog last weekend.
Lucky? Well, I'm not going to lie. We have an 8-pack in our fridge right now.
Ooh. Make that a 7-pack and you've got a deal. Anyway, buddy, our good friend and longtime listener, Ari, who is also a patron with horror, she commented on our weapons episode on Patreon, and she let us know that Zach Krager used to have a sketch comedy show called The Whitest Kids You Know.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Now, the first beautiful thing about it is that the person he did this sketch comedy show is the best friend who passed away.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right.
This is the friend who passed away that sent him into an episode of grief that led to him writing Weapons.
Wow.
They had a skit about a guy who eats 7 hot dogs a day.
Oh.
So there you go. Yeah, the 7 hot dogs in the movie Weapons was a, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Like an
here?
Easter egg or an homage or
Homage. Thank you. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. You did it. You completed me.
Yes. You complete me. That's actually a great Easter egg though, or homage. I mean, it's funny, it's hilarious, but also that's really sweet. Kind of a touching like reason why as well. I like that.
What movie is that from? You complete me.
You complete me. Oh man.
Because I was thinking Jerry Maguire, but Jerry Maguire is You Have Me at Hello.
Oh yeah. You complete me.
You complete me.
Complete me. Oh my gosh. I want to say like Sleepless in Seattle or one of the one of the Meg Ryan Tom Hanks ones.
I'll tell you this, buddy. I'll tell you this.
Wow.
Buddy. This is why we aren't called Fun with Romantic Comedies.
That's true. You're right. We can quote the heck out of movies, but do we know what it's from? No.
Let's go to our Spotify comments because, buddy,
yes.
Did you know that people can leave a comment on Spotify on any episode that they listen to?
Even all the way back to our first episode, Tourist Trap?
That's very true.
Wow.
We have some comments to read here.
Yes.
Because we always said that we'll read comments on the episodes as long as they're not really bad or anything. Our old friend Injafia.
Yeah, of course.
He left a comment on our 28 Years Later episode, and he said, "This one was a bit disappointing for me. Felt like it tried to do too much. And that ending, I'm one of those who didn't like it. Anyway, looking forward to the next one, Weapons. Something tells me we're going to agree on a lot with that one."
Great. Okay, totally understand. That's a great comment. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, that's very valid. Obviously,
Yeah.
I think we liked it more. But here's the thing, Injafia. Did we agree on Weapons or no? Because I've seen comments where some people were surprised at a couple of our critiques of Weapons.
Interesting.
But I've got a little bit more to say about Weapons in just a few minutes, my friend.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Move on to our next comment, please.
Yes, and this one again is also for 28 Years Later, and this is written by Sly Diggity, which I love. It says, "New listener here. Can't remember how I stumbled onto this delightful podcast, but so glad I did. Can't wait to watch Weapons so I can come back and listen to your episode on it. I, too, have avoided all spoilers. Keep up the awesome work, fellas." That is so sweet. Thank you, Sly Diggity.
I love that. That is so nice.
That is so nice. Thank you. Aw.
So you know what? When we've been asking where all these new listeners are coming from because of our little boost in numbers,
Yeah.
there it is. It's Sly Diggity.
It's Sly Diggity. Thanks, Sly Diggity.
Next, we have our friend Sophie Sparer.
Nice.
She commented on our Friday the 13th Part 3, I believe, episode. That's the one with Shelley, right? Yeah.
Yes.
3D.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So once again, Sophie is listening to our episodes, and we must have said something about a line in the movie, and she said Shelley absolutely called her a B word when she rejected him. Now, I don't remember what Stanley and I were talking about, but I thank you, Sophie. That's awful. That is awful of Shelley.
That is awful of Shelley, but now I do want to go back and listen to the episode so I can see what this is about because you've piqued my interest, Sophie.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And Andrew really should listen to it because he wasn't even on it.
I only listen to the ones I'm on because I'm vain.
I bet you think this song is about you. Next, buddy.
Next, we have one more comment for 28 Years Later. Right on. And this is the Purple Panda. And they said, "Not gonna lie, actually really sad that I am finally caught up on this podcast. I've had so much fun binging this over the last few weeks. You are both adorable, and I love you." Oh, we love you. That is so
We love
sweet.
you, Purple Panda.
We love Purple Panda. Thank you.
We're adorable.
I'm going to print that off and, put it on the mirror so I can look at it every morning. I like being adorable. Thank you.
Aw, we're adorable.
We are adorable.
Buddy, I got one last thing to talk about real quick. Thank you,
Please.
everybody, by the way. Thank you for leaving comments on Spotify. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Please keep leaving them because we love reading them on the podcast. Of course, if you start to leave too many, okay, if we get too popular, we're going to have to save this segment to the end of the episode.
Yep.
But we'll still do it.
We'll still do it. We appreciate it.
If we get like dead meat popular, I think we'll have to like do patron episodes where we read comments. But yeah, anyway, we'll figure it out. But until then, keep doing it, everybody. We love you.
Please, we love you all. Thank you.
Andrew, something happened that has never happened in the history of Fun with Horror.
Oh.
And I guess, I don't call it a job, but, I edit all the episodes, right?
Right.
Last weekend, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I was editing our weapons episode.
Yes, yeah.
And it was Friday night. It got to be almost 8 o'clock p.m., and I was going to stop for a little bit and pick up the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
What?
For some reason, I really felt like rewatching the movie again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Normally, once we've recorded and we've watched the movie and we've recorded our podcast, I don't watch the movie again for a while,
Yeah, you delete them from your account. You're done with them.
No, I don't. Stop
I know.
it.
I'm
don't do
kidding.
that.
I'm teasing.
This is serious. Like,
Okay.
sat down that night with the lights off and I watched Weapons again.
Wow.
So there you go. I got to apologize, buddy, because normally, I watch a movie for entertainment.
Right. Yes.
And then I watch it a second time and I take notes for the podcast. Well, with Weapons, I thought, hey, I'd seen this movie recently enough in the theater that when I sit here and watch it at home, I can just start taking notes. This will be my note taking.
Right.
I shouldn't have done that, buddy. I should have watched it for enjoyment and then watched it with notes because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more.
Oh, okay.
Take the critiques that I gave during the episode, and I'm not going to say them right now because that's spoiling everything.
Yes.
And just make them even smaller.
Okay.
I still give the movie 4.5 stars.
Okay.
But you know what? The things don't bother me as much as they did.
Okay. That's great. I love it. I love
So there
that.
you go. There you go.
Thanks for watching it so many times. I watch about the first 20 minutes and then I just Wikipedia the rest of the movie for my notes.
I know you do.
I wing it. I wing it.
I don't know why I put up with this.
I ask myself that same thing. Why do I put up with you, Andrew?
God, you haunt me.
Liability waiver. Says haunted house rules. Rule number 1, stay on the marked path at all times. Rule number 2, never touch the actors. No promises. Rule number 3, you'll be prompted to do certain actions. Please do exactly as you are told. This is for your safety. Rule number 4, all cell phones must be surrendered to the lockbox before entering. You may keep the lockbox key until you return from the attraction. Are you kidding me? What?
No, I just think that's probably gonna be the scariest part for you, not having your phone on you the whole time.
Guys, we're basically signing our lives away to this thing.
Yes! Okay.
Yes, we're doing this. Yes.
Hunt was released September 13th, 2019, and it was directed and written by Scott Beck and Bryan Woods. It stars Katie Stevens as Harper, Will Brittain as Nathan, Laureyn Alisa McClain as Bailey, Andrew Lewis Caldwell as Evan, Shazi Raja as Angela, Schuyler Helford as Mallory, Chaney Morrow as Ghost, Justin Marxen as Clown, Terri Partyka as Witch, Justin Rose as Vampire, Damien Maffei as Devil, and Schuyler White as Zombie.
Very good, buddy.
Thank you. There's a lot of people that have some great moments in this, so I want to make sure everyone gets some credit.
So before we get into this, as we usually do, let's talk about what we think of this movie without spoiling it.
Yes.
Since this is your movie, why don't you go first, Andrew? What did you think of Haunt?
Buddy, I picked this movie for Halloween week because I thoroughly enjoy this movie, buddy. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to talk about it.
Beautiful.
But of course, everyone wants to know, what did you think of Haunt?
Buddy, I also really love this movie. Here's the weird thing, though. It's not a perfect movie to me.
Yeah, I get you.
I've got critiques of this movie. In fact, I think out of 5 stars, I still only give it 3.5.
That's fair, man. Fair.
That's like a 7 out of 10. But even with my issues with this movie, I still absolutely love it.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
And it's one of my favorite Halloween movies to watch during October.
I absolutely agree. That's a great way to say that.
And now, everybody, it's time for our spoiler warning, followed immediately by our trigger warnings. If you haven't seen Haunt and you don't want a single thing spoiled for you, this right here is the point of no return. Feel free to pause the episode and come back after you've watched the movie. But before we talk about the rest of the movie, we want to let you know of any major trigger warnings. It's inspired by the website doesthedogdie.com because nearly every horror movie inherently has triggers, but there are some that we would want to know about before watching a movie, and we're here to let you know about those. So first of all, Andrew.
Yes.
Are there any animals in this movie?
There are no animals, which in turn means there are no animal deaths. So hooray.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, I believe this might be the first movie we discussed this beforehand, and there is one small trigger that we want to mention here.
Yes, for sure.
Go ahead, buddy.
There is some spousal abuse in this movie, so if that's something that might make you uneasy or make you uncomfortable or not, something that might bother you or trigger you, please know that that does happen in this movie. So this is your warning.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. It's not too brutal. It's not very bad, but it's there, and we wanted to let people know about. And there's implied girlfriend abuse and father abuse as well. So,
yeah.
But that's it, buddy. That means, with that out of the way, I am going to open up my phone. I'm going to Google roll 1d20. And I'm going to start rolling the lucky 20-sided die, buddy.
It's orange.
It is orange. What happens when I roll this?
When you roll this, I'll stop it at some point, and if it lands on even, you will be giving a 3-minute recap of this movie. And if it lands on odd, I will be giving the 3-minute recap. And buddy, you've done it so many times lately. I got a feeling it's gonna be me. I think it's the pendulum swinging back. But
now, see, you're saying that so that it lands on me again. I see what you're doing, buddy. I see the psychic energy you're throwing at the virtual 20-sided die.
Don't judge me. All right. Now go ahead and stop it.
It's a number 1. You are doing it. Hey.
The pendulum swings back, buddy.
Wow. That is amazing. Wow, buddy.
Halloween week. What can I say? I
Halloween
can
week.
feel it. The spirits are talking to me, brother.
Well, here's what's going to happen, buddy.
Oh, boy.
So, you know that house next door to yours?
Yeah, I sure do.
The people that live there, I've asked them to leave it for the night. Okay? And
That's actually true.
Exactly. I'm glad you noticed. So I have had somebody come in and turn the entire house into a haunted house. And I've got the entire cast from the movie Haunt inside that house. Here's the thing, okay? It's the entire cast.
Mm-hmm.
They told me that you're their favorite co-host of Fun with Horror.
Oh my gosh, thank you, gang.
However, if you don't come in under 3 minutes, if you go over 3 minutes by even a couple of seconds,
no,
I'm going to force you to go through that haunt. And every single one of the cast members of Haunt, they're going to hug you before you get through the entire thing. So I'm just saying, you might want to come in under 3 minutes.
Or over 3. You and I have been on haunted houses. You know how well I do in there. So,
yeah.
I get scared.
Whenever you're ready, my friend.
All right, friend.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Movie starts out with Harper at her house with her roommates. A giant pumpkin hits their door, and her roommate comes in and says, I think your ex-boyfriend did that. We also see that she's covering up a bruise on her eye, implying that she has an abusive boyfriend. Her roommate does also say, I came in last night, you were asleep, and I saw that you had a bruise. She also takes her Harper's mother's ring for a costume that night. They all decide to go out, though, because it's Halloween night. Let's go have some fun. They go to a club where they run into Nathan. They run into Nathan and Evan and decide to hang out with them for a little bit. Harper and Nathan hit it off and kind of flirt with one another. We also get a text, though, from Harper's boyfriend saying, guess what I'm dressed as tonight? And it looks almost like a devil or something. They decide to leave and maybe go home, but everyone says, let's do something fun. Evan picks up a flyer on the ground that says haunt, a haunted house. They said, let's do it, let's go. So they kind of drive out towards the outskirts of this town. Harper thinks that her boyfriend or someone is stalking them in this pickup. They pull off on this weird road and they eventually stop, and a light pops up that says haunted house, which is the one that was on Evan's flyer. They drive up, they get there, they all get out. Standing there, we see a few other people that are ready for this haunt, and there's a clown standing there who doesn't say anything. The other people go in. Our group gets up to the front. The clown holds his hands out, clenched fists, both hands, and they decide to pick which one for whatever's inside. Neither of them have anything, but he pulls out a key like a magic trick. And then he pulls out some rules for them all to read, which is they have to put their phone in this lockbox, they can't touch the actors, etc., things that you'd find at a haunted house. They do all this, they put the phones away, and they go inside. Once they're inside, they kind of look around. They get to a main room where we see a glass in front of them, and we see a witch on the other side with a woman screaming on the ground. Or not screaming, she's silent. And the witch puts a knife in her, but all this smoke and steam comes up. They think it's part of the show. How fun. They decide to keep going through this haunted house. There's a split, though. At one point, it says safe and not safe. 3 of them go to safe, 3 of them go to not safe. We follow those that go into the safe, I believe, go into a room where they have to put their hands through these holes to see what's inside on the other side that they can't see through. Someone reaches in, pulls out spaghetti. Someone reaches in, pulls out grapes. The other one reaches in and pulls out, or gets her hand stuck at one point and says, something's got me. And she drops her Harper's mother's ring, and she pulls out her arm, and we see that she's been cut on her wrists, which is bad. We then cut to the other group who are walking through a tunnel, crawling through a tunnel, and one of them goes missing while they're going through the tunnel. Eventually, they all meet up, except for the girl that's gone missing, and I'm not going to say their names because I'm going to forget. And they all get to their friend who's all cut up. They say, we got to get out of here. This is really, really bad. How do we get out of here? Eventually, though, this window opens up again, and there's the witch another time with their missing friend sitting there. Eventually, the witch impales the friend with a spear, a poker, a fire poker, in the head. They all freak out, realizing that this is probably now real. Of course, we already have the girl that's cut. Nathan decides he needs to go through because they're kind of locked in this room. He goes through this area where he's holding his keys as well. He's like, I'm going to go get to the lockbox and get our phones. He goes in this room where there's all sheets that look like it's covering different people. The lights flicker on, and of course he drops the keys down a grate, which he can't get to. He walks through this group of, we see like someone move in these sheets, and he gets to one point, he says, please, we need help. And the sheet comes back, and it's a man dressed as like a creepy ghost. And he says, you guys need help? I can help you out. Just come with me. And he's acting really weird. He keeps his mask on the whole time. But he eventually goes to this room where they all are. During this point, though, we also start seeing some of the other cast members kind of behind the scenes doing some other things. Eventually, we even see the clown take off his mask, and his whole face is morphed into a clown. He's had surgeries or surgical things done to his face to look like a clown. Very creepy. Eventually, though, our group decides that they need to leave and get out of there. Let me think here real quick. Eventually, the devil, there's like different things that come out. We have different people dressed as things. There's like a zombie, there's a devil. Anyway, throughout, because we're going to talk through this and I'm running low on time, each of the people starts getting killed by these people. Their masks are eventually lifted as well, and each of them are actually physically look like what they were wearing. So like the zombies all torn up. We have the ghost whose face looks really creepy, like a ghost. Eventually, though, it's Harper. Harper, it's kind of the final girl, it seems like, as well as Nathan. But Harper gets in this room. It's at the end of the haunt where she's going to escape this room. And we see one more creature come into the room after her, into this hallway after her. And she stabs them. She goes, yeah, I got you. But it actually is her friend that was cut her arm. They kind of tied her up so she couldn't say anything. And so Harper accidentally kills her. Eventually, the devil comes in, who's been killing people. There's a shotgun that's shooting from one end of the hallway. It's all anarchy. She eventually kind of pushes this devil up, and he gets shot in the head and dies. They eventually leave. Other people are killed. It's just Nathan and Harper. They leave. Harper, at one point, though, realizes that there's still another person out there that wasn't killed of this group of psychopaths, and they all have their addresses from that sheet that they signed at the beginning. So we got to, I don't know how much longer later, but we see the clown is now on his way to Harper's house. He eventually enters her house and gets stuck in a trap that she's created, knowing that he was going to be there. She takes a shotgun off the wall and blasts him in the head, and that's the end of Haunt. Hoofda.
And there you go, buddy. Well, here's the important thing. You came in just under 3 minutes.
Yes.
So
that's what's up.
You don't get to be hugged by a whole bunch of people.
I'll still hug them as long as they're okay with it. I will gain consent, but I would like their hugs.
There you go. Now, let's remind everybody that the 3-minute recap is from memory.
Yes, this is true. Yeah. There are no notes.
I will tell you, as you did the 3-minute recap, you reminded me of little quibbles that I have with this movie.
Oh, okay. Right on.
The thing is, I enjoy this movie so much that there's a lot of suspension of disbelief that I give it, that I may not give a movie that I didn't like as much, you know?
I get that. No, I totally get it.
And it's interesting because it's something I've thought about with other movies before. I've thought about movies where I didn't care for the movie as much.
Mm-hmm.
So these little inconsistencies and suspensions of disbelief, they bothered me more, you know?
I totally get that. I'm the same way with you, but I think I do the same. I give a little grace too when it's like an independent film, like it's something, they don't have all the money for certain things, you know. I'm always like, yeah, you know, that's fine. Depending on what it is, you know.
Like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, for instance.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
We gave that a lot of grace, you know, because we understood the budget and we were impressed by what they were able to do with the budget.
Yep, exactly.
But we're not here to talk about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
If people do want to hear what we thought, there is an episode that you can go listen to right now.
But not right now because you're listening to Haunt.
That's true, yeah. So wait until after.
So let me tell you, buddy, I used to work at night, and there was this night that I think it was Shudder.
Yeah.
Because this is a Shudder movie.
Yes, correct.
And it was dead at work. I went in my room and I turned off the lights and I watched this movie. I thought, hey, this will be fun, right? It's a movie about a haunted house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be stupid, but I'll have a good time watching it.
Yeah.
And it surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat when these kids were going through this haunt.
Yeah, man.
Is that how you felt? How did you... Tell me about the first time you watched it.
So this was, if you remember, we've talked about this a few times on the podcast, but for a while there, I was getting up at I used to have Fridays off, and I'd get up at 4 a.m. and just watch a horror movie. It was awesome. This was when I still had Kylie, but she was sleeping in, so I didn't have Enzo. I could just wake up whenever, watch a movie. And at that point, we had Shudder, and I saw it, and it was kind of the same thing of hey, let's try this out. I don't know it. Why not? And had that same kind of realization afterward, that was pretty great for being this movie I knew nothing about and just kind of trying it. And I even watched this, I watched this when we did for the podcast. I watched this with Cindy. And even she at the end was like, that was really creepy. She was like, that kind of freaked me out. And I was like, perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you what Cindy thought of this. So
It
that's
scared
awesome.
her. Yeah, it definitely freaked her out, man.
That's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of people I see online, they mention Hellfest, that movie that we also did a while back. And
Yep.
a lot of people talk positively about Hellfest. And I think the fact that Haunt exists for you and me is why we didn't like Hellfest as much.
I would agree with you. Yes, for sure.
I almost feel bad doing this, but I got to talk about some quibbles, though.
Please, absolutely. Yes.
Do you have any?
I do. I have one major, not major, just a moment where I was like, I'll just say it. At one point,
Yeah.
she has to, and again, we talked a little bit about this last week of like, what would we do in that situation? We can't say it. But this one seemed a little like, come on. She had to reach her hand into a bucket to get a key. Or was it a key? Or a gun? She had to get something out of this bucket. And she had to reach her hand in. And it's on like a string, like a rope.
Sorry, real quick, everybody. I'm making facial expressions, and Andrew is reacting to them. So nobody can see me doing this. They just hear me, and I may sound like an a-hole at times, but it's because like Andrew started saying that, and honestly, I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh.
But you surprised me, so I made a face, and then you're like, oh, wait, maybe it wasn't a key. But no, I think it was a key.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Keep going, buddy.
No, you're good. No, it just was very silly to me, like where she's pretty smart about other things, but you can just tip this bucket over. Like, it's not secured in a certain way. Like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, you just got to tip it. It's real simple. But she like does the whole thing of like, oh my gosh, my hand's in here and blah, blah. And I was like, dude, come on.
Wow.
Come on.
Buddy, that's amazing because all my quibbles are stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about that one.
I love it. This is why, you know what? You complete me.
You complete me. What movie is that from, everybody? Please tell us.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm totally drawing a blank.
Anyway, here's another one just like that.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the hallway with the shotgun.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So she is on her back and she's pushing the devil guy up.
Right.
And she times it because the shotgun's on a little, like a winder.
Loop or,
a loop. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes off and it shoots the guy, right?
Right.
But then she gets up and she's going to go towards the shotgun and she puts her hand out towards the shotgun. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're right.
Why don't you just crawl? You know the shotgun's going to shoot.
Yeah.
So why even take that chance? Just crawl under it like you were doing.
Yep. That was silly. I'm with you. I don't know why I didn't write that down, but I had that same thought of like, get down.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Get down.
You're right.
Get down.
That's all you can sing. We'll get sued.
I also thought it was a little far-fetched how they found it.
I thought that too. Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit. There is a deleted scene that... there's actually a couple of deleted scenes that I think they should have kept in.
Oh, okay.
But they took out. One is simply a scene with the different monsters talking backstage. I'm going to call them monsters, but it's the masked people that run the haunt.
Right.
They're just talking backstage, and they're kind of like, oh, we got to get out of here. It's time to go. Stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's another scene at the beginning after the club, or it's still the club, but Harper goes out into the alley.
Yeah, yeah.
And it always bothered me that the devil is standing there at the end of this alley at the fence looking at her.
Right.
And I'm like, how does he know? Like, this is like devil from the haunt, and he's suddenly there, and then they end up at that exact same haunt. I didn't make the connection or anything.
Mm-hmm.
In the deleted scene, There's a longer scene with her talking to Nathan, and Nathan telling her about his baseball accident and everything.
Right.
And then the devil walks up to the fence and they both see him. It's not just Harper. They both see him and they're both like, hello? And then the devil takes the flyer for the haunt and puts it on that bulletin board. That's right there.
Oh, that's better. I like that.
That's better. Now we know they have a flyer in the car.
I saw Evan grab it.
Yeah.
Evan grabs it, right? Yeah, from the ground.
So they do have a flyer, but they don't seem to really know where they're going.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you said in the 3-minute recap, a truck is following them and then they just kind of stop.
Yep.
And then they're there. The lights for Haunted House come on. And of course, I like how the letters are dimmed, so only haunt.
Yeah, I did too. I was like,
that's really cool.
But I will say too, and there's a line that said there that I was like I agree with you because I think someone says, oh, it's the haunt from Evan's poster. And it's like, what?
And it's so far out in the middle of nowhere that it's like they just happen to be there. I wish they'd gotten there a little bit more directly, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that moment.
Going back to the hallway with the shotgun.
Yeah.
There are a couple little things in there that bother me as well. Number one, it's like a little escape room. The room before the shotgun hallway.
Yep.
And there is this thing where there's backwards written words on the wall.
Yep.
The moment they show the words, it's so easy to read them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then Harper has to take out a mirror and look at it backwards. And it's just, I know that they're doing it for the audience and everything.
Right.
But we can read it. It's not that difficult.
Yep.
That was a little silly.
I agree. That gives me a quibble in that room, though, too, that I forgot to write down.
Yeah.
Which you might have the same one, too. But she gets a clue that says there's something under the bed or hiding under the bed. Mind you, the bed is up high. Like, you're far enough away that you could kind of peek under and see what's under there. Now, when we do see what's under there, it's a, I can't remember, like a little house or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, dollhouse.
Dollhouse. But she just saw a bunch of her friends killed. It says, like, something's under the bed. I'd be looking far away. She goes right up to it and lifts it up. Like, if there's someone under there, she's gone. To me, that just seems silly. It was like, look way back far away. The bed is high enough up so you can at least get a look. Now, it turns out to be nothing, but still, like, use your head.
I get that. I get that. That's not what I have written down. The other thing I have written down.
Yeah.
We're going to hate this movie by the end of this episode.
Right? Oh, this movie.
No, the other thing I have written down is that there's just a little bit of physics that don't make sense. So she's standing in front of the door, not knowing that there's a shotgun at the end of the hallway.
Oh, right. Yes.
So if you're facing the door, if you're Harper and you're facing the door, she's stepped a little bit to the right, okay?
Right.
If a shotgun blows straight through that door, it's going to hit her left shoulder.
Correct.
But somehow, she gets shot in the right shoulder.
Oh, good point.
And I'm just like, I let it go, but I'm still like,
right? Yeah. I agree with you.
Let's keep going. Let me demonstrate something for you, Andrew, okay?
Please.
And for everybody listening, listen to this. Could you hear that?
It sounded like you were muffled.
But could you hear it?
Yeah, I could hear it. Yeah.
Okay, so why did her friend Angela, wait, is it Angela or is it Bailey?
Bailey,
Why
I think,
did
yeah.
her friend Bailey just not make noise? Like, she could have made noise behind the tape on her mouth.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to the movie, though, because Bailey didn't see Harper coming up behind her.
Right. True.
And then Harper...
she bled out a bit. She's probably out of it a little, maybe.
So I'll give that one a little, but it still is something I think about.
I get you. No, I agree. I get you.
The other thing that bugs the crap out of me.
Happy Halloween.
This was almost unwholesome. But anyway,
Yeah.
this bugs me the more I think about it.
Oh, no.
Nathan dropping the key in the grate.
I know.
But you know why? Because it makes no difference.
That's true.
Like, I thought about this. First of all, it bugged me that he dropped it. I'm just like, oh, a little bit of steam startled him, and he drops the key.
Right.
There it goes. But even if he had kept the key, he never makes it to the lock boxes. So who cares?
That's true. That's a good point. And even Evan is like, well, I can pick that anyway.
Yeah, but
that's
then
fine.
Evan shows that he can't pick every lock. So
That's true. That is true.
So there you go. I think there's probably going to be a couple more these are nitpicky things.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. Yep.
They kind of add up to take off about 1.5 points.
Yep.
But let's talk about what we love, man.
Let's do it, buddy. Let's show this movie the love it deserves.
Who is your favorite monster in The Haunt? Who is your favorite?
Oh, man. Because there's two that come to mind, but I will say Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, honestly, when Ghost, I love their faces after they take off their masks. I think they all look great. I love them. But Ghost is scary. Like, Ghost to me kind of freaked me out. Even watching it this time, I was like, ugh, geez Louise, that guy. He's creepy.
Let me tell you a little bit of the story behind Ghost.
Oh, please. Yeah.
The character.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wanted these people to be people that modified their faces to look like the masks that they wear, right?
Right. Yep.
The thing with Ghost that they came up with as lore for Ghost is that this was a guy who had been in a fire.
Oh, okay.
And so his face is already burned and disfigured because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But he meets these other people and he becomes part of them and modifies his face even more to kind of lean into what had already happened to him instead of like doing that himself. Like, he didn't burn his face to scar it like that. He was already like that. He just maybe did some stuff to his eyes and mouth to like tattooed them so that they look like black eye holes and mouth hole and whatever.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Pretty cool. I like that there's some lore behind it. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't come up with lore for every single one of them, although I'm sure there is a little bit, you know?
Right.
I will also say that the actor who played Clown, Justin Marxen, is the sweetest guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's such a nice guy. He almost actually didn't get the part.
Oh, really?
Because he was a friend of Scott, Beck, and Bryan Woods.
Okay.
The directors and writers.
Right.
And when they asked him to come audition for them, they just knew him as this really sweet, nice guy, and they couldn't picture him as somebody like Clown, you know?
Oh.
So what they did is they had all these audition tapes from people that had auditioned for it, and they showed, I think, the producers, people that did not know their relationship to Justin.
Awesome. Okay.
And the production people, the first person, they were like, that's him, that's Clown. And they it's so nice because Scott and Bryan they're saying how relieved and thankful they were that they could call their good friend and say, you got the part, buddy.
Nice. Oh, that's sweet, dude. That's awesome. Then I'm going to ask you, is Clown your favorite or do you have a different favorite?
Oh, I have a different favorite, my friend.
Oh, okay. Oh.
My favorite is Witch.
Whoa, okay.
There is something about Witch that I've always loved. You barely see Witch's face.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you do, the person, I can't tell if it's a guy or a girl playing Witch, but I think it's a guy. He's obviously modified his face to look like a witch, but he's like sliced his mouth, the corners of his mouth back to give himself a bigger smile, like kind of like Joker.
Right. Yeah.
And he's got scarring on his face to make himself look like a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Or her, because I believe it was a girl that played witch, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
The thing that Scott and Bryan said about this actor, and it totally made sense the moment they said it, is that Witch used to be a Cirque du Soleil performer. It's very subtle, but there are a couple of moments, the way that Witch moves, I think a lot of it is like, I think it's maybe after Witch kills Mallory, I believe is Mallory. Wait, Mallory? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mallory's the one that dies. When Witch kills Mallory, there's a way that Witch walks out of the room. I can't remember if it's that part or a different part, but there's just this way that Witch just like turns her head towards the other characters.
Yeah.
And the way she walks, and she's got this fluidity with the way she moves and walks. And I always love that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Plus, I love Witch's scenes. I love that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so sorry to not complete my sentence, but
that's all right.
I love that they see Witch behind this glass. And if you pay attention, obviously, the girl in the bag at Witch's feet is one of the girls that are at the front of the haunt when they drive up.
Yep. I caught that.
Fantastic. Yeah. And I went back to just to double check because it's kind of an obvious thing, but still,
it's cool.
You know, if you're questioning it, there it is. There's your answer.
Yep.
And now you said that she stabbed the girl. It was a brand. She branded her face.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Yep. Thank you. Yes.
But at the moment the brand is about to touch her face, all this steam comes up. And it looks like it might be a production, you know?
Right. Yep. Which is great. That's great.
And that's a compliment that I give this movie, is that I put myself in these kids' places. You know, you're looking for something to give away the fact that this place is not great.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, I would argue that Bailey kind of looks a little bit weirded out, maybe a touch early, because she gets weirded out when Clown is doing the thing with his hands. And then he obviously does the obvious magic trick of pulling the key out of her ear.
Yes. Yeah.
And at that moment, Bailey has it's kind of weird. Now, here's the thing I don't agree with.
Okay.
I don't think I would go to any haunt and give up my phone.
I agree.
That was a little weird.
Yep.
But on the other hand, if they show you a lockbox and they have you put your phones in the lockbox and they lock it and give you the key.
Right.
But then again, you're like, well, what if somebody loses this key?
Right.
You have to have a backup, right? And so you have a backup with my phones.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I don't know. I could see a haunt making you turn your phone off.
Right.
I don't know, because there are extreme haunts.
There are. I know.
And I don't think they allow phones in.
So maybe people do that. I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Doo-doo.
We said doo-doo.
We did say doo-doo. Happy Halloween. I will say, yeah, I don't think I would ever do an extreme haunt, buddy. That's too much.
Oh, I've thought about it. I haven't done it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's a whole conversation for another episode, I think. But
yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so here's something that I was confused about and that I paid attention to after watching this a few times. The truck at the beginning that throws the pumpkin at the door.
Yes.
So that is Sam. That is Harper's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend.
Right.
The abusive a-hole.
Right. Yeah, that's what I gathered. Yeah.
So that is his truck. And so he does throw the pumpkin at the door.
Yes.
Now, who's the truck following them? Is it just a random truck and they're just freaked out by it?
That was my thought, maybe, is because it's Harper that's freaked out by it. And it might just be a truck going home out in maybe a country or something, out in the country. But it looks maybe like Sam's pickup. So maybe that's why she kind of has like a feeling, you know? I don't know. I
can't remember if they show the truck from behind, because if you see it from behind, you can tell whether it's Sam's red pickup.
That's a good question. And yeah, I don't know. Because we do see Sam later, I mean, obviously, and then the phone gets pinged, Like, is he close? Is he like, oh yeah, I can't remember how far away he was, because that would, if he was close, it'd make sense. Like, oh yeah, he was already in the area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then when he's pinged, when Nathan covertly texts Sam with the location, when Sam looks at his phone, he is a lot of miles away. He's like 15 miles away or something.
Yeah, so that
I don't know, man. It's nothing that really bugs me, but it's just something I was like trying to pay attention to, because it's the whole like how they end up at the haunt, you know?
Yeah. I will say one thing, since we're on Sam, I'm just going to bring up one thing.
Yeah.
And I think Cindy said it when we were watching, was like, obviously Sam gets pinged and he goes there. And I think Cindy was like, oh, really? Like the abusive boyfriend's going to be the hero? Like, you know? And then he's not, which was great. Like, I love that he shows up and is killed pretty much immediately. It was like, oh, great. Like, he's not going to be the hero at all. It was just fun to see him go and be like, you're dead.
Did you know that in one of the early scripts of the movie, Harper is the only one that lives? Like, Nathan dies.
Oh, bummer.
And I'm really glad that they changed that.
Me too. No, I like that. I always like it when more than one person is alive at the end of a horror movie. I'm like, great. Yay.
I'm going to say that I don't always love that.
You know what? I'll agree with you. It depends on the movie. It would absolutely depend on the movie. You're right.
And that's a great segue into what I wanted to mention next.
Ooh, yay.
One thing that I love about this movie is the characters.
I agree.
Because this movie does not work if you don't like the characters. And I think that was an issue with Hellfest, is that there were some characters in Hellfest that I didn't like at all.
Yep.
And I was like, just die. In this one, I didn't want anybody to die. Even Evan, Evan ticked me off at the beginning. And it's not really Evan. I think it's a poor moment of writing, to be honest. Like, you know, all the props to Scott and Bryan for writing this movie and for making it.
Yes.
But one thing I do wish they had left out is when Evan in the club, when we first meet Evan, he hits a drink or something.
It
splashes all over Harper. And not once does he apologize.
I agree with you. Yep. I did not like that moment either. I was like, that should have just been out.
Or he should have apologized at some point, you know?
Right.
Like, that would have been the easiest thing. Like, I don't mind him spilling the drink and accidentally getting it on Harper, but because it was an accident.
Right.
And then Nathan's like, dude, what the hell? What's going on? And then maybe Evan goes, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But man, and then he gets mad about his human centipede not showing up.
Right.
And also, that was the lamest human centipede costume ever.
Yeah.
I honestly think Harper's Little Red Riding Hood costume was better than his. So,
and it's just a red hoodie, which is perfect. Yeah.
And that's the best part, though. Nathan and Harper. I love Nathan.
I did too. Like, they could have made a few just adjustments. I made him just the worst, but he was so charming and sweet and a good guy. Made some good choices in this one, or at least some. Obviously, the keys wasn't great, but the ping, like just doing certain things where I was like, yeah, good job. Like, that's great job. In a really scary situation, you did the right thing.
So Will Brittain has been in a couple things that I've seen that I don't really remember him in.
Okay.
He was in a movie called Everybody Wants Some, which is a sequel basically to Dazed and Confused.
Whoa, what?
It has none of the characters. It's more of a spiritual sequel.
Okay, yeah.
But Linklater, after he made Dazed and Confused, he wanted to do this college-age movie that takes place in the 80s, I believe. I think it's the early 80s. And Will Brittain is in that, evidently. I've seen it once. I don't remember it that well. Now I want to see it again.
Me too. I didn't even know there was a spiritual successor to Dazed and Confused. Wild.
And now another movie I need to rewatch. Evidently, he is the guy at the beginning of Kong Skull Island, the World War II pilot.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
So
That's awesome. I love that movie. Oh my gosh, that's great.
But I'm telling you, watching this movie, why isn't Will Brittain in like everything?
For real, it's been long enough. Like, I mean, this has been a while. He should be in a lot of stuff because he's great.
He's a super likable dude.
Agreed. I absolutely agree.
And on the same page as that, I think Katie Stevens is also amazing. She was great as Harper, and I wasn't in love with her, but I was on her side the entire time. Like, I wanted her to succeed in everything, you know?
Absolutely agree. I agree with you 100%.
So yeah, I really, really loved the actors. Now, Katie Stevens, I don't really know anything else she was in, but she was a contestant on American Idol.
Was she really?
She made it to the final 8.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Good for her.
And as far as actors go, the only other one I want to mention is the guy who played Ghost, Chaney Morrow.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his acting is just being tall and his voice. But
wait, you mean Devil or Ghost?
No, Ghost.
Oh,
Ghost.
okay.
Yeah, because you hear his voice mostly.
Right, yes.
So he was a manager at a local Waffle House.
What?
When they made this movie and he came in and auditioned, they were like, he's perfect.
Wow. Good. He's got a great voice, too. Like, it was one of those where I'm like, I trust you, but also I don't trust you at all. Like, he played it so perfectly that you're like, he might be okay, but I don't trust him. Like, it was great. He did a great job.
Yeah. That's so good.
I will say I had to look up because I was very curious if the actor that played Devil really did look like that, because I've seen many people that have kind of modifications with like,
sure, yeah,
you know. So I was like, maybe that really is him. Not at all, man. None of them. They did a great job on the makeup in this movie because there wasn't anywhere I would go, oh, that's the actor. Like they just all they look nothing like themselves, which is a credit to the makeup department.
I love also that you even have a guy, vampire, who does not have any modifications yet and is just this guy that joined up with these people and didn't really realize what he was getting into.
Yes. But I do love the line that he says where like he goes, if I could help you, then they said I can get my face. I'm like, oh, it's creepy.
But I don't want to. Like, I didn't know that we really be killing people, you know? Yeah.
Yep.
That was fantastic. So, spiders. There's a couple things in this movie.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing in the deleted scenes, but I feel like there was more to the scene that was cut out or something, because when they're walking through the spider corridor,
yes,
and they're like, oh, there's real ones in here, and you see these real terrifying looking spiders.
Yeah.
Then there's a shot where Mallory has one in her hair.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you're right.
But nothing pans out with that.
That's a good point. Huh.
The other thing is during the commentary, they're talking about how careful the spider wrangler was with her spiders. But then you have the scene with Mallory in the coffin,
right,
where the thing opens up, the trapdoor opens up above her, and a real spider starts crawling in. But then all of a sudden, all these fake spiders are flooded in.
Right.
But when the fake spiders are flooded in, the real one falls in with them.
Yes. Yep.
I've watched that scene multiple times, and every single time I'm like, yep, it fell in.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to that spider?
It's still on her 6 years later.
But she's dead.
No, the actress.
Oh, yeah. I like a lot, and I kind of was going towards this earlier, but I like how much the movie plays with, like, let's see how much we can put the characters through before they realize that this isn't a real haunt.
Right. Yep.
Because that's what I was starting to mention earlier. It's like you put yourself in their shoes and you're like, when would I start to think that something is off?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And it's pretty much exactly like them, you know? Like, yeah, that first scene with the girl and the witch is questionable, but you can see it on their faces too. They're like, that was weird, but wow, that was really well done.
Right.
You know, bravo. You know, and you would see that at haunts. You would see real actors doing scenes like that. And like, what if we've seen people die?
Well, I won't sleep well tonight now. Thanks, Scotty. Who could I have saved?
That person in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze. Oh, that was the best.
That was the best. Man, there were some good mazes we went to. That was so fun. So one thing I have to bring up that it's like a legitimate fear in movies is when people put their hands somewhere and you can't see it. I mean, obviously the one that you're thinking probably is like they put their hands in and they grab the grapes or the spaghetti and then she gets her arm cut. However, the one that actually, I mean, that one freaks me out, but the one that really freaks me out is when the girl puts her hand under the fence.
Yeah.
I know it was silly because we know that witch is going to probably do something. And of course she does. She stomps on her hand. But man, stuff like that just makes me uneasy. There's been movies, without spoiling anything, it's one of the reasons I really don't want to watch the movie Green Room again. There's a moment like that where it's scary. I don't.
Well, there goes my November movie. Jesus.
Even like the movie Kingpin. As a kid, I watched that, and there's something with a hand that scared me.
Wait, let's go. Let's explore this a second, because you know what? I hate to be a really bad friend, but man,
please do, buddy.
I was thinking of another movie at the end of this episode, but now I want to pick Green Room.
I mean, you
can't
can't
make you watch it.
It's a very well made movie, but it made
Wait,
me.
you've seen it?
I have seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't pick it.
No, but it just made me.
I'll still go with my other movie.
Please do. Yeah. It just made me uneasy, and I don't like. It just makes me uncomfortable and like feel sick when I can't see what's happening on the other side, or I don't know, man. Just freaks me out.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you, and it's a question that I have in the movie. Would I stick my hand in that hole? Like, and now we're talking about the holes right now.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. In fact, at Universal in the Mummy ride, you can put your hand in line in this hole, and it blows air on you. I never did it. I refuse to do it.
I always do it. I always do it.
I won't do it. And I know it's air.
I trust Universal. I trust that nothing's going to happen to me at Universal. But at a haunt in the middle of the woods in the country?
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. Good. I don't know.
And also, you never know what you're going to touch.
Again, you never know, because sometimes that's what you sign up for.
Right.
This is, again, supposed to be an extreme haunt. And in an extreme haunt, you're touching things. There's things that are going to touch you.
Yeah.
So you kind of sign up for it. But let me just say, that scene is so freaking well done. And they talked about it in the commentary.
Nice. What'd they say?
So they're talking about how after the two, Nathan and what's-her-face, put their hands in the holes.
Right.
Angela, sorry. And nothing happens. You know that something is going to happen to Bailey.
Right.
So how do they still make it suspenseful and scary? And they said, well, the way you do that is to hold it off as long as possible.
Mm.
And that's what they do. And it is such a well-crafted moment because Bailey sticks her hand in.
Yes.
She doesn't feel anything. She's like, I don't feel anything. And then Nathan and Angela are like, reach in further, because they felt something. Just reach in further. And so she does it again. And again, nothing happens, but this time she drops the ring.
Yes.
So now both her and Nathan stick their arms into separate holes. And Nathan's like, see if you can touch my hand. And while they're doing that, Nathan decides he's going to play a joke. And he's like, like something's got him.
Right.
And you're like, oh, geez, and you know that he's kidding.
Right.
But then when she does it, she's like, no, something's really got me.
Yes.
And then that's when the suspense comes up. And then when she takes her arm out, now it's not her wrists. It's just her arm.
You're right. Yes.
It's above her wrists, but it's still like you just see these cuts just appear because it's a really thin razor blade.
Right. Which I love. I did love that too. It takes just a second and they all kind of open. And you're like, oh, yikes. But I agree. I think it was great having Nathan freak out. And I love when he realizes too that she's really freaking out. And he immediately stops. Like, it's just a really good moment of him being, haha, uh-oh. You know, uh-oh. It's good. I agree. It was a great scene. They did a perfect job on it.
One thing I'm going to give the movie now. I love that later in the movie, you get to see that room from the other side.
Yep.
And Nathan looks and the camera makes a point to look at the razor blades.
Yes.
Now there's drops of blood on the wood.
Oh.
But the blood didn't appear until after she pulled her arm out. That's when the cuts appeared. But, however, what I'll give the movie is that people came in before.
Yes, that was what I was going to say.
So we'll just say that it's somebody else's blood.
Yep, I agree.
So after Harper puts her hand in the roadkill, I guess, the roadkill bucket that she could have just turned over.
That's right.
She ends up in that room.
Yeah.
With the nails and the paper.
Oh, yeah.
Did that room make you think of any other movie?
Oh, man, let me think.
I'm going to say it didn't. If you didn't think of it before, I'm not trying to make you think of it now, buddy.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought of one with, like, nails, stepping on a nail, but A Quiet Place would be, like, the nail part, but...
Okay, that's a legitimate answer. I'm going to give you that answer.
Yay.
That's not what I was thinking of. But when she was in that room, it made me think of The Collector.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because it's just a full-on trap room.
Yeah, you're right.
But the directors did say that they were writing this movie and A Quiet Place at the same time.
That's right. I forgot they wrote that.
And it's a very interesting thing that they said because they're talking about how they're writing both of these movies. And A Quiet Place is just this thing they're writing. They have no idea whether it's going to be picked up, and they're assuming that it's not. So they take these moments in both scripts, and they put them in both, you know? So in both scripts, somebody steps on a nail.
That's awesome. I love that.
There's a shotgun at the end of both movies.
Yeah, that's true.
And they put them in both movies not knowing that both of them would be made, you know?
That's awesome. That's funny. Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
That's really cool, yeah.
I got to say one thing while looking at you. This is totally unrelated to the movie, but your lighting is perfect and really kind of creepy because there's just a little light from your kitchen, and honest to God, if anyone stood there, it would scare the living crap out of me, like, because you just see a shadow. And it's really creepy, man. You did a good job on your lighting.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, we recorded our Halloween episode that's coming out Friday.
Yes.
After this episode. We recorded that before this.
Yes.
And we turned out the lights, lit candles, and I said, I want to do that every episode. So that's why I'm doing it this episode. During that episode, while we were recording, I was looking at the darkness behind me going like, that's creepy.
It's so creepy, man. Like, it looks really good. Like...
Yeah, like if this like human shadow just
Seriously.
stepped into that light right there, that would be scary as hell.
I would poop. I just would.
I really liked that Harper didn't say a stupid one-liner after she killed the ghost.
Yeah, you're right. She didn't.
Wait, the ghost?
Or
the witch?
I don't think she said any. Oh, wait, what did she say?
Wait, did she kill the ghost? Did she kill the ghost? I'm trying to remember how.
So the ghost has his hammer in Nathan's mouth, and he's going to do what he did with Evan.
Oh yeah, and she comes up and hits him. Yeah, so I'm glad she didn't say like some stupid one-liner afterwards.
Right.
She easily could have in any other movie. But here's another thing. Here's another thing.
What?
Man, they impaled Zombie's arm into the side of the hallway they were in. Like, they both like slammed in his arm against the wood with like a knife, and then she had her weapon.
Yes.
And then she smashed it with a sledgehammer. But then when Zombie is chasing Nathan when he comes out, like it looks like his arm is barely hurt.
Yeah. That's a good point. Well, zombies, man, they're hard.
Zombies.
They're hard to kill.
I do love the entire ending of the movie.
I did too.
I love the way that they brought back her dream that she says she has.
Yes.
Going to her house and her mom answering the door and all.
Yep.
Because I remember the first time I saw this movie, all of a sudden she was driving up to her house, and I was like, that's really fast. Like, that's weird.
And I thought the same thing. I was like, there's no bandages on her hands. Because I'd kind of forgotten that it was a dream sequence. So I did the same thing where I'm like,
exactly.
She cut her hands, or they like melted off. Like, you need bandages. That's weird.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. And I remember I was like, all right, well, that's points off. you know?
Yeah, me too.
But then Clown shows up behind her mom, and she wakes up in the hospital, and it's all a dream.
Yes. Yeah.
And I do like that she realizes that she signed a release form.
Yeah.
When the nurse has her sign a release form.
I like that. That was a good way to bring it back. I was like, that's smart. That's a smart way to have her go, oh, crap, I signed that, you know?
Now, here's a little Easter egg that nobody can see, but it's there in the movie because the directors mentioned it. But when Clown comes into the house, and after he impales his hand on the nails and everything, he looks up and he sees where the shotgun is supposed to be.
Yeah, yes.
Evidently, there's a little plaque under that shotgun that says Lester Billings, and that is the character from The Boogeyman, which Scott Beck and Bryan Woods wrote.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know that they wrote The Boogeyman?
I did not know that.
Probably mentioned it. I think we both know it. I think we mentioned it probably. If we didn't mention it, we're fools.
We are fools. And if anyone is curious what we thought of The Boogeyman, after this episode, why don't you go take a listen? I'm plugging all our episodes tonight.
Listen to them all. Binge them.
Yes.
Like our friend the Purple Panda did.
Yeah, that was so awesome.
Yeah, so I like the end. I think it's really cool. I think the guys mentioned that if there was a sequel, it would be a new cast of like maybe there's like different factions, and
ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah, you could do some other stuff in this world. I'd be game for that, for sure.
They also, here's some behind the scenes. They didn't know what to do with Sam. You mentioned him coming back and kind of being like, oh, is he going to be the hero?
Right, yeah.
They weren't sure what to do either. They were kind of iffy on having him come back as a hero,
Yeah.
Like he's an abusive guy, and we don't really love the idea of him coming back and being a hero. Of all people, Ty West is the one that gave them some tips on how to handle Sam. Just bring him back and kill him immediately.
That's awesome. Well done, Ty West. That's so random. I love that.
They got notes back from the studio at one point, and it was notes that were very blunt and to the point, almost rude.
Oh.
Like, are you effing serious with this? Like, what the hell is this? And evidently, the notes were just written by the studio execs, and they were supposed to be like typed out more nicely later. And they got an apology back from the studio saying you weren't supposed to see those. And they were like, no, honestly, those were the best notes we could have gotten because
nice.
They didn't hold anything back. It was exactly how people felt about the movie. And it helped us more than anything else.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just another thing about like when movies are made, people are so careful and studio execs are so careful about how they give notes to people. But if they're just more blunt, like, no, I hated this, it would help much more.
Yeah, it'll fix some things for sure. Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Another thing I have that was in the bonus features, the supervising sound editor, Max Smith. He was talking about something, and this isn't a big thing, but it's just cool that this is like a standard with haunts. He talked about going to a haunt in Nebraska, and that at the end of the haunt, there's a guy that comes out with a chainsaw that chases you out into the parking lot. And I'm like,
always.
That is exactly what happened when I was a kid.
Yep. That at Universal, that was the same thing. I remember the chainsaw guys at the end.
Like we had like a supermarket that was converted into a haunt. And in the last room, this guy comes out of the corner with a chainsaw and he literally chased you out into the parking lot to your car. Like not all the way to your car, but he would come out into the parking lot and you'd be like, whoa, and then he'd run back in.
I got to tell you, when I watched this, I started it one night, as you know. I started it one night because my wife was at a meeting, and she came home, and I got to tell you, man, it was like, there's a shot in this movie that's so beautiful, and it landed right on it. It's where Ghost is coming out of the tunnel. All the arrows are around him, and it's this blue color. And I was like, gosh, this would be like a perfect poster because it's so creepy. I paused it there right as she walks in. She's like, what are you watching? And I was like, oh, it's our next movie, Haunt. And she's like, without me? And I was like, yeah, do you want to watch it? So we did it the next day. We watched it the next day. But it was the perfect shot to show someone to be like, you want to watch this movie? Like, it's so creepy and so beautiful, like all at the same time. I loved it.
I do love the cinematography, and I actually have that exact note.
Yeah.
That when Ghost comes out of that hole and stands up, that may be my favorite shot of the entire movie.
I think it's mine, for sure. It's great.
And by the way, the cinematographer is Ryan Samul, who also did The Strangers Pray at Night.
Not a terrible movie, man. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. It's not perfect.
So the only other thing I really have is the musical score, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
It was done by an artist named Tomandandy.
Okay.
It's like one word, Tomandandy.
Okay.
He or they also did the score to The Strangers.
Ah, right on.
Speaking of The Strangers.
Right. That's cool.
Now, I got to say, this is a background score.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
It's not available to listen to on social media. I actually have the vinyl for it because it came out as a special edition. And so I snatched it up and I listened to it once and I was like, okay, that was fine. It goes with the movie when you're watching it.
Right.
Is it enjoyable to listen to away? There's a couple of nice moments, but otherwise it's background.
Right.
It's good background, but it's background.
Yep. That makes sense.
But that's about all I have. Are you ready for 3 questions?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Question number 1, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think was the best kill or death in Haunt?
There's a lot of fun ones in this, but the one that, to me, was the best just because it was so abrupt and I went, was Angela getting a pitchfork to the head.
Ooh.
Because we watch it go through her head, and it's a good shot because it goes through her head into the ground, and it's, again, just so abrupt that you're like, oh, whoa, yikes, almighty. So it stuck with me.
And also her eyeball.
Yeah.
It goes blink.
Yep.
It does that little sideways blink.
Yep.
It's not mine, though.
Yeah, what's yours?
I actually had written that down as my favorite, but then I got to Evan's death.
Yeah, I wondered.
At first, I wasn't sure because it's done so quickly and then it cuts so fast away from it. But when I watched it again, I was like, man, that is just because Ghost comes down, puts the end of the hammer in Evan's mouth. Yeah. And that right there is painful to watch right away before he even does anything.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just rips Evan's face off and it's just like, oh, my God.
It's really gross.
But I do think we both have to give honorable mention to Sam's death just because he abused Harper and then got what was coming to him.
Yep, I agree.
Question number 2.
Yes.
Do you think this movie is scary?
You know, I do. I do think it's very creepy. It's very eerie. Like I said, my wife Cindy definitely afterward was like, that was creepy. Like and I agree. It gives off an unsettling vibe. There's just something about it that is creepy. Like I slept fine that night. It's something that doesn't keep me up. But when you watch it, I felt like, this is just disturbing. What about you, buddy?
I think I felt the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember the first time I watched it, how tense I was during the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought the movie was very suspenseful, and I was honestly scared for all the characters.
I agree with you. I was too, for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't remember if it left me feeling very unsettled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But question number 3, my friend.
Yeah.
Did you have fun with horror?
I did, man. I was excited to pick this one just because I think it's a fun movie that maybe not everyone knows about, but it's a good time. So, what about you?
Yes, you surprised me with this one. It's one that I've thought about before.
Yeah?
It's one that I've wanted to talk about in the past, and I was not expecting you to pick it. I had totally forgotten it in my little list in my head of good Halloween movies. It's one I really didn't think of this year, you know?
Nice.
But you picked it, and I think it's a great movie to do this week, and I hope everybody watches it. I hope everybody's seen it.
Yes.
So, Haunt.
Did you hear that? It sounded like a door. How do we open it? Must only open if the coffin's closed.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Well, buddy, besides our amazing Halloween episode coming up very, very soon, this is our last full movie episode of October. So our next one, buddy, our next movie is November. What are we picking? What are you picking? I'm excited.
Buddy, the people haven't heard it yet. But there's a story that you tell during our Halloween episode on Friday.
Yeah.
And I think it's appropriate that after listening to that story, that I pick a movie that I have not seen, but you have. So I'm going to pick The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right on, man.
And everybody will get to hear the story that I'm talking about when you listen to our Halloween episode on Friday, October 31st.
Ooh, we'll see if anything happens, buddy. And that's a shout out to the story.
But I think your story only has to do with the original movie, right?
It does, yeah. Yep.
So there you go. The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Right on. Okay, let's do it.
That was a really hard choice. Everybody couldn't see. But here's the thing. I had The Conjuring: Last Rites in my head, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to pick this.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came time, when Andrew asked me what my next movie is, I actually paused and I froze up because I was like, wait, do I want to pick this or do I want something else? Because I had a couple other movies like jump into my head.
Yeah.
But I'm going with The Conjuring: Last Rites because I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to watching it. And there you have it.
Right on, buddy. Interesting. Okay, I'm excited. I've seen it and I'm excited to talk about it because I'm just excited to hear your thoughts. I'll just say that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, that's it. That is it for our Halloween week movie episode.
Yes.
Stay tuned until Friday for our bonus Halloween episode.
Ooh.
Andrew and I just got together. We had some fun. We talked. And it was just a good time. We had some candy corn.
We did.
So
candles
we hope
lit.
you'll join us. Candles lit.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got in the mood. The Halloween mood.
We did get in the mood. So, thank you everybody for listening to Fun with Horror.
Yes. Thank you so much. We love you all. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
We love you with all of our hearts.
We mean that too.
Yeah. In fact, we haven't discussed this in public, but when we finish doing this podcast, like when we record our last episode, we're going to take our hearts out of our bodies and chop them up and send little bits of our hearts to each and every one of you.
Gosh, we're classy.
I don't know how we're going to do that. Like the shipping part.
Yeah.
After we've taken our hearts out, like that's going to be difficult.
Well, and chopping them is pretty
dead.
It's pretty tough too. But I have two hearts, so I should be okay.
Andrew,
Scotty,
I love you.
I love you.
And your two hearts.
Aw, thanks, man.
Wait, who is that standing in my kitchen?
Do you still want to see my face?
What?
Do you still want to see my face?